Welcome back to part 2 of learning React from the tutorial documentation. So this time we're going to set up for the tutorial. And there are two ways you can complete this tutorial. You can either write the code in your browser, or you can set up a local development environment on your computer, which is an IDE or a text editor or something of the like. I'm going to be using VS Code. Feel free to use whatever you like. It all should work effectively the same. So if you want to use it in your browser, you can do it here. The starter code's in this tab right here, which I already have open, and it's all the same. It's just I don't really care for using a browser too much because I'd rather just do it on my own machine and get the learning experience. But hey, I'm not a smart person, so do what's best for you. It's completely optional and not required for this tutorial. However, if you choose to set it up, this is how you do it. You're going to have npx create react app, and then this is going to be the name of your app. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. So npx create. First, I have to learn how to type React app, and we're going to call this one tick tack toe. This is going to run and do its thing, and I'll catch you guys once this finishes. Okay, now that that's finished, we get a cute little happy hacking message here. And the cool thing is now that we can actually, without doing anything else, we've actually have a React app on our own here. So let's cd into tick tack toe. I cannot type this afternoon. Oh, we're already in that directory. Never mind. So I'll cd out just to show you. So cd is to change directory. We'll cd into tick tack toe. One of these days I'll type it correctly. And once we're in this directory, we can actually just do npm start, and that will actually start our React app, which will actually load in the browser and we can make changes to in real time. As you can see, we are now in localhost 3000. Once this loads in, we'll be able to see our nice little React app. Boom, we did something. So we can actually go over here and play with it. In the source directory here, we can index.js, and we'll actually see all of our stuff here. So we can say, I forget exactly how to do this. I'm actually having to learn again with you guys because it's been a minute. Actually, let's not do anything here. Let's go into app.js here and see we have all of our HTML here. We can just edit right in here. So we made our first React app. And Control S to save that, compile successfully, and then we made our first React app. Cool. So now let's do what it tells us to do in the tutorial. So we'll go back over to our tutorial here, and we'll leave the server running. So in our tutorial, we're gonna have to delete the source folder, not the source folder, but everything in it. So once we're in the folder itself, actually we have to close our terminal. Never mind, we can't do that. So we'll close the terminal, and we'll make sure we're in our directory here. So we want to cd into source, and here, since I'm in Windows, I'm just going to press delete star, and that means delete everything. And now our source folder is empty. And in the source folder, we want to create a CSS file and an index.js file. So that's, in VS Code is very easy to do. So we're going to say css.css, or sorry, index.css. So new file, index.css, and then index.js. That will create us a JavaScript index and then CSS index. So we want these codes here. And I'm just, for the sake of convenience, going to copy and paste all of this, and I can explain what's going on as I get it in here. Which one am I on? So let's make sure I'm getting all the right things here, because I've gotten myself a bit mixed up. So this is the CSS, which I could have just looked at that and found that out. Okay, so here's the JavaScript. I got it first, coincidentally. I did it right somehow. So I'm going to highlight all of that, Control C, Control V. We're in here, we're going to save this, and we're going to save this. And let's actually cd up a directory here. So cd ... to go back up one. And then we're going to say npm start. And that will deploy our server again. But while that's deploying, let me go ahead and explain what exactly I believe to be going on here. So we have class square, which extends React component. This is not going to render, by the way. So it extends React component. So this is a class that we're calling square that's going to extend the React component, and it's going to have a button here with the class name of square. In our CSS, we defined what a button is. Let's just find it here. Maybe we have not defined it. It should have been defined. Anyways, we're going to have a square with a button in it. That's going to just get rendered to the screen, and here's the board itself. So it's going to be a board with a bunch of squares in it once we actually get everything going here. So this .render square, which we don't actually have the method for just yet, but that's basically what's going on, is that we're going to extend this component, and these are going to be components that we just copy paste in. Anyways, let's do what it's telling us to do so we can actually run this. So we're going to go right here, and we're going to put this at the top of the index.js file, which then will allow us to import and make all of these components. It'll import the library for the framework that we need. Oops, this is not supposed to look like that. Now let's save it. And now let's try to start it, and let's see what we have. So I may have jumped the gun a little bit. So a mistake I just made for sure is that these two files actually should not be in this directory. What I should have done was, when I made these files, I should have CD'd back into the source folder. So let's go ahead and put these back in here. No, we don't want to. What are you talking about? We don't want to move those. We want to move these two. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to say npm start. And there we go. We have the beginnings of a tic-tac-toe game. So I'll catch you guys in the next time. Happy setting up. Feel free to play with this, and catch you guys on the next video. Bye.